Hey guys, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do for my 100k subscriber tribute for my vlog channel. I have no fucking clue, and I still have to edit the one that I'm gonna be doing for my other channel. I have like so much to edit, and I can't believe the work that I'm taking on doing this 20 games from my childhood and the Shadow of Mordor Why I Love. Those are gonna probably be a series that only happen once a month because they're so hard to edit. I have to find so much game footage to splice in there that it's like fucking awful. But I thought in the meantime I would give you guys something interesting to watch at least. Like I said I was going to do info on my plastic surgery that I've had. So the first thing that I had done, it was when I was 18 or 19 in Christmas, I can't remember, and it was my boobs. And they are the 570 cc's Mentor Spectrum implants. They're saline on the inside, silicone on the outside. And I got the Spectrum ones because at first they started out as C cups, and then every other week, my doctor, who's Dr. Baxter in Montlake Terrace, Washington, he's like the best ever. He's like really amazing. He's professional, but he listens to what you want. And even though he would rather have me look like really natural, I'm like, oh, I like the plastic look. I like this kind of look. And then he listened to exactly what I wanted. And he's like, okay, here's how we're gonna do this without having any complications and with minimal invasiveness. So we went with Mentor Spectrum. This has been a long day. My schedule's all fucked up and it's morning, but my nighttime. So yeah. But the Mentor Spectrums, they're fillable. So I had like a little fill port right here underneath my boobs on my rib cage that he would like inject saline into until they were the 34 double Ds that they are today. And it was pretty cool and it was like sci-fi-y to me, and I liked it. And my friends were telling me I shouldn't tell guys that if I want them to be attracted to me, but I thought it was really cool. So it's like being an android or a cyborg or something, right? The second thing I got done was, well, I started getting lip injections, and around that time I also got a mole removed. I had like a really big mole right here, which is weird. But lip injections, like I had zero lips, like actually zero. And lip injections gave me like a little bit fuller lips, but they looked really fake and it wasn't as full as I'd like. So, after I got this mole removed, I had a couple moles on my neck removed, but that was just like a laser thing that like resurfaced the skin and made it so that the moles weren't as visible. I got lip implants. They're like, I forget what they're called, but it's like actual dead people tissue, like threaded into my lips so that they don't look super like, you know how you see some women just look retarded, like they're like, and then they can't like make facial expressions. Well, I got some, they're like virtually indetectable and they kind of like mesh in with my actual lips. But at the same time, they only last, like, they're not 100% forever, you know, like a synthetic version would be. I could get like synthetic lip implants, which is what I'm gonna do next because I want bigger lips. If you guys can imagine my favorite lips, I like fake, but I also like nice looking fake. Like, I don't like stupid looking fake. So bad lips are Courtney Taylor, the porn star. Good lips are Aletta Ocean, the porn star. And there's a very fine line, in my opinion, what good and bad lips are. And I'm hoping to achieve good, and I know I'll achieve good because Dr. Baxter wouldn't let me get anything done that is gonna look fucking crazy. Another thing I got done was I got my nose, the tip I got, like, made thinner. And then there was a bump here, a peripheral bump, that anytime I turned this way or this way, there was like a barrel, and it was like really big. So Baxter shaved that down a little bit, and then took some cartilage out of my tip, because my tip was kind of like, it would be like an arch like this, and then a lot of cartilage on the tip, so it wasn't like a cute nose, and that's like awful to me, and it was awful. But I have, like, it's supposed to be more like this on this side, but my fucking piercing that I got in my nose, which I fucking wholeheartedly regret, including the lip piercing that I got, I don't know which side it's on. Those two piercings I wish I'd never fucking gotten, because it's absolutely stupid that I did, and I took them out, and this one actually was infected, and that's why I took it out, and it never actually healed properly, so I have this, like, weird little bump there, and my nose isn't perfect because of it, and then, this one just is a hole, and never actually fucking healed, and it drives me crazy how, like, poorly I heal from, like, scars and stuff like that. Fortunately, I don't have bad scars on my boobs. I've seen girls, fellow models that have like really bad scars where the incision site was, and some people like have them because of genetics, and other people have bad scars because they didn't take care of it properly, like they went tanning too soon, etc. And that can happen. It's very crazy to me that people look down on people who get plastic surgery, and for me it's just like improving my body and being the best that I can be, and like taking my nice features that I have naturally and enhancing them and making them a little bit better. And I have like this vision of perfection in my head for what I want to look like, from my natural self to what I would want to look like as an enhanced version of myself. And to me, that's just like making an android, or, you know, souping up my car. And it's not something that's like supposed to be emotionally depressing driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't stand my nose, I was bullied, and blah, 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 blah. For me, it's just like, you know, that could use a little, you know, nip tuck, and I just look better and I like it, and it's like a hobby, and it's fun and it's nice. And a lot of people are afraid of plastic surgery for other reasons, and that's because they think that they're like risking their lives to just look better, and that's like so superficial and terrible. Like, what kind of terrible person would you be if you care about changing your appearance so much that you're willing to like kill yourself over it? And the only thing that is even remotely dangerous to your health or life that you get in plastic surgery is the anesthesia. And you get anesthesia when you get your fucking wisdom teeth out, or any fucking random major or minor surgery that you get. You have anesthesia, you get put down, you have sedation, and those are the things that are dangerous. But obviously you have an accredited fucking anesthesiologist that's there, and that's nothing's gonna happen to you, and they make sure you do this and that, and they're monitoring your fingernails. You can't have any paint on your fingernails, so they can monitor the circulation and all of that. And it's like not dangerous at all. Every single complication that you can have from plastic surgery is aesthetic. So it's like, you just weigh the pros with the cons and what can happen and what might happen, and then you know that it's not that big of a risk, you know? Like, the worst that could happen is, oh, my lips look a little faker than you want them to, let's take a little bit out. Or, oh, my nose still has a bump here, let's go in for a second surgery. And that's pretty much it. With boobs, there are a few like pretty bad aesthetic complications, but they're fixable and they're aesthetic. So it's not like, it's like going in to fix one problem and possibly creating another, but it's all aesthetic. And it's very, very low chances. And so people who think like, there's like a social stigma around like being fake or whatever, and it's like really in right now to be natural and stuff, and people just say those words and they don't really know what it means, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of something to try to put someone down or try to say that someone's natural, but really it makes no difference. And like, what you do with your body is what you do with your body. I would never do anything plastic surgery wise or otherwise if someone else was just urging me to do it. So my advice to anyone who's thinking about getting plastic surgery, if you're getting it in a state where you're mentally unstable, please do not. They actually have occasionally, if they sense that there's a problem with you at a plastic surgeon's office, they will actually give you a mental evaluation to make sure that you're of sound mind when you make the decision to do this, obviously, because that's important. Don't do it if your boyfriend thinks you should have bigger boobs and you're not into it. Don't do it if you're too afraid to do it. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. Do it solely for yourself, and don't let anyone else tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. If you want to do it, just fucking go for it, you know? It's a great investment. The greatest investment I've ever had in my entire life was my fucking boobs. I love them so much. My modeling jobs were sexier. I felt great. But before, I wasn't unhappy with my natural self. I loved my natural self. My little boobs were so cute and perky, but it wasn't my version of perfection. It wasn't like something that was like, okay, there's nothing to fix here. And it was like something that made me happy to do so. So why would I not do it? It was like happy and satisfied to like really happy and really satisfied, and something that was fun to me. The same with makeup, the same with all modifications, the same with modifications to my life, my house, new furniture, all of that stuff. It's the exact same shit. And it's not something that you should be like stressing over. Like, your looks, you should change the things that you can and accept the things that you can't, and love yourself, love the little flaws that you have, love the little differences that you have, and love, like, you should take plastic surgery as not trying to change yourself into someone else, but trying to perfect your own basic self. You know, like, everyone has a certain natural beauty. Just enhance it with plastic surgery, enhance it with makeup, and do it only if you're interested in doing it. Don't do it because your boyfriend wants you to, and all of that. And make sure you do your research. There are places, like, if you go to like a Mexican plastic surgery in like Mexico and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, I don't know. I've heard a bunch of horror stories of people going down to Mexico because it's so much cheaper and just like getting completely fucked over. But still, it's not a danger to your health even. Like, unless you're getting like 50 plastic surgeries in a row and like your surgeon is just the dumbest fuck, not accredited at all, then you're fine, like 100%. So things I wanted to do other than the lips again is I want to I have a tear in my belly button ring. Okay, so when I was younger, I was in band class and I was standing on the back of the piano. There's like a little like a wheel, and then you stand on top of the wheel. And I was standing on, and I jumped off, and it ripped my belly button ring piercing. So I want to get that fixed because every time I wear a belly button ring, it hurts, and that sucks. I also want to whenever my boobs start to sag, the protocol is to get bigger implants or to get a breast lift. I'll probably just get bigger implants and maybe a small breast lift or something. But I'm not having any sagging yet, so that's nice. I've had my boobs for like 7 years, 6 years or something, so they're doing pretty well. Obviously, down the road when I start to age, there's like Botox, facelifts, and stuff like that. An eye lift, nothing that I'm thinking about right now. But I do have a very weird chin. I have like this like indent here, and then most of this is like floppy, and then my actual bone for my chin is kind of non-existent. So I don't know what I would have to talk to Baxter about it, but I feel like I would have a better profile and a better chin in general if I actually got this like I don't know what you would do, like a liposuction and then actually put a chin implant in there. But I really like the fact that I have an oval face. That's actually the considered perfect face shape for like every hat, every hairstyle, everything just works with an oval face shape. So I don't want to get that fucked up, and I'm a little bit worried that I might look a little bit more manly if I do happen to get more meat here on the sides than down here. But if you look at me from the side, it's like this weird, like, weirdness. It doesn't look as good as I would like, but so that's something that I would look into, but I don't really care about it. At one point, I really cared to get my ears pinned back, and like pinned down so they look smaller, but I'm not having a problem with that anymore. I'm like, they look cute and perfect, and I love my ears, so it's always just like, oh, my ears are big and floppy. That's funny. It's never something that I feel subconscious or self-conscious about, or that it actually bothers me or makes me sad day to day. That's like, people need to be confident with themselves, even if they have flaws. They need to, you know, love themselves before they should ever, like, endeavor onto anything like this, because it's definitely something you need to be emotionally and logically prepared for. But other than that, it's not that big of a deal, and it doesn't make you less of a person if you know, got implants or wanted to better your appearance. You can still be a deep, intellectual, smart, strong person if you do stuff like that. Like, I'm 100% vouching for that. But I'm getting really tired and saying stupid shit, so let's go. Bye, guys. Something for the 100k subs benchmark soon. So, soon, I promise. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, and you should watch my stream if you haven't yet. tarababcock.tv is where you can find it, or twitch.tv/tarababcock. Bye-bye.